Happy Friday. So we've been talking about the danger of silence in your organisation and how unless employees at every level of the organisation feel safe to speak up, speak out, challenge, tell you how things really are, then it's extremely dangerous and you may not recover from it. So we've talked about two key areas of the organisation, your high performers and your frontline employees, where silence is really, really dangerous. And I talked yesterday about psychological safety. The other thing about silence is that you must break it, which means you need to be able to ask the right questions. And you need to make sure that your questions have a purpose and people know what that purpose is. If you're asking questions and people go, why are they asking that? I don't get the purpose of it. Then it's just vaporware and you're not going to get the answers that you need. So you need to think about the questions you're asking and make sure they're the right ones. And then you need to listen. And I don't know how many times myself and many others say, listening is a competency. It absolutely is. And I see on a daily basis leaders who just get it wrong. Active listening just may not come naturally. Okay, we have a need to fill silence. We have a need to try and resolve what the other person is saying without giving them time to speak. And that can take practice for a lot of people. It's natural they want to say, oh, well, I suggest you do this. Or I suggest this was the situation. That's not active listening. You need to be present. You need to have no distractions. You need to really hear what is going on. You need to make eye contact. You need to acknowledge that you're hearing with verbal and non-verbal, like and nodding of the head, verbal and non-verbal signals. And you wait for a natural stop in the conversation. Don't try and fill the vacuum. Let it sit. And if the person doesn't speak, then you may ask a question. You may want some clarification. You may want to dig deeper. But active listening is important if you're going to really find what's going on. And it's about open-ended questions. I could go on about listening for hours. It's not, are you okay? Because everyone goes, yeah. So don't ask closed questions, ask open questions. What frustrates you? What engages you? What can we do better? Silence is the loudest scream.